Right now, I'm working on climbing clinics with like youth right now. The name was started by Phil. Phil be climbing on Instagram.
Phil be climbing.
His first Instagram was Phil These Nuts, and I was like, yo, if you're gonna be working with kids, you
Switch it up.
you gotta switch it up.
Welcome to the I Had an Idea podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Here is how it works. You listen, we talk. I know you're busy and you don't owe us your time. We're gonna keep things really short, no fluff.
Oh,
We're in the red zone.
Time's up. Next subject.
Joining me, your host, Trent Thompson, are people who not only have ideas, but do them, because the value of an idea lies in the using of it. We start with a segment called Brag, aka Give Yourself Flowers, aka Talk Your Shit, aka Who Even Are You? The guest has a chance to write down their own intro and convince you why the rest of this is worth listening to. If you want to support, I partnered up with Sudhi to make the I Had an Idea notebook, so when you have an idea of your own, you don't forget to write it down. Welcome to the podcast.
A drum roll, please. Whoa! Now that's what I call it.
an idea.
Joining me
Let's get to it.
Joining me today on the podcast, we have Langstyn Avery,
What's that mean?
or King LangBang, is I'm gonna make you say it,
No, you say it.
Aboriginal Negro.
There we go.
Multifaceted artist and motivational leader with over 10 plus years of experience of event curation, liaison consultation through a variety of mediums and art. Langstyn is the founder of NIN, which Langstyn can tell you all about, which helps, because I'm not going to do that.
It's Negus. Negus just means king.
I can say Negus.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Negus in
nature.
Exactly.
Which helps bridge the gap between melanated communities and the outdoors. This is he is a founding member of the Oakland Climbing Association and is an avid traveler with 5 continents under his belt. He is an amazing father of his daughter 7 and wonderful partner to his long-term lover Deja. She's not long specifically.
She's pretty tall.
Okay. Langstyn is also a comedian who holds a monthly comedy show at the Wolfpack Studios and helps with managing the space while helping other artists create opportunities for growth. And then this fancy King LangBang signature. Langstyn, welcome to the podcast.
We here. What's happening? How's it going, Trent? Thank you for having me.
That was all a little long-winded.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Before we dive in, because I'm going to be no match for you on the mic.
Go for it.
Let me give you a little bit of context how this is going to work. So we're going to do the 3 sections that I told you about. We're going to try and keep them within 5-ish minutes.
Okay.
When we hit that 5-minute marker, Cam behind the cam is going to make this light go red. And then we're going to all feel anxious together.
Okay.
We're going to hear this terrible noise, like it's time to wake up. We're going to hear this terrible noise, like it's time to wake up.
Right.
And then we know it's time to move on.
So if it's 5 minutes, we hear that, then we just next subject.
This next subject.
Just cool.
But I'm the boss, so like if we want to stay, we can.
Let's
But
do it.
we're going to try and respect it.
That's what's
So
up.
Langstyn, chapter 1, tell everybody an idea that you've had, that you're proud of, that you brought out of your head into the world. How'd you do it? All that.
Yeah, the craziest idea was the idea of becoming a father. I'll be honest with you. That was one of my craziest creations to this day. I had the idea when I was young. I was like, I want to be a young dad.
Okay.
But it didn't work out when I was young. But older I got, the more I was ready. Had a long-term lover. Didn't pull out one night, but I saw the vision. You know what I mean? I was like, this is what's happening. And we created this child. And this child birthed so much growth out of myself where I was like, I got to create an organization. I got to create change in myself. I got to do things different because I got somebody looking after me. So soon after that time, started an organization called Negus in Nature. And so my child and my organization, they're the same age. So it gives me reference to like when I get frustrated with my baby, I'm like, she's still a baby. And then when I get frustrated with my organization, I'm like, it's only 3 years old.
Gotcha. But
So
when they're both teens, it's going to
be a little different. They're going to be working. You know what I mean? They're going to be bringing it in. We're going to be creating. We're going to be traveling. We're going to be doing a little bit different. Baba going to be a little older. So we're going to have a couple grants been under our belts and we should be good to go. But right now, we're still getting it potty trained.
Cool. So tell me about the organization. What is it?
Yeah.
What's it do?
Negus in Nature is like the intersection where like, Black and brown folks, we call it the children of the African diaspora. We call it COTADs. where children of African diaspora can find a community of people, of outdoor lovers. A lot of times feeling like it's isolated when they go outside. And a lot of stuff that we do, like free diving, snorkeling, ice climbing, rock climbing, people be like, that's white people shit. And it's really not. It's really everybody's. It's just like we got to have a group of people who make you feel comfortable to doing it. So we oftentimes foster those relationships for people. And when they come around us, we kind of show them that love. And one of our key principles is definitely make a community within the community. Don't think we all have to hang out all the time because, we might not all like each other, which is totally okay. But find your community within the community and find your folks, and we go forward from there.
What was the first trip? What was the first
Yuba River.
Okay.
2020. It's called Psychedelic Sundays. It was on a Sunday.
Okay.
And me, Shido, Tim B, Remy, Sunflower, Deja, 8 months pregnant with 7, Anye, who else was there? David, who else was there? A couple other people, whatever. It's 13 of us. If I left you out, Breezy came, Boss came. Breezy was pregnant too. Shelby was there. It was just a group of friends. We were just like, look, let's just go out and do this thing. And by the time we got back, and we had such a great time. And people were like, yo, when y'all gonna do it again? And we were like, oh shit. Like, all right.
That was just on some.
It was a fluke. It was like
pocket.
We just came, put it together. I had about an ounce of entheogens and different plants that were with us who can enhance our experience. And we went out, had a great time out there on the Yuba River, and just snowballed. It snowballed to like there. From the Yuba, we went to Santa Cruz. We did things out in Shasta. We went out to Bernie Falls. We went out to Alamere Falls. We've done all types of shit. Went to East Africa. Took a group of folks out to Arusha and Tanzania. We've gone to Colorado, SoCal, Catalina Island, Long Beach. We've done all types of shit. I just got back from Thailand, so I was like, people are moving around, and I'm glad just to be in community with people who are like fellow adventurers, people who like really get off from seeing the world and not feeling limited in the place that they stay.
So I got a million questions. I gotta decide which one to ask.
Go for it.
I'm a square. I've never eaten a mushroom.
It's all good. You don't have to.
Tell me
you probably had some type of mushroom, like a portobello. You know what I mean? Cremini. You feel me? You eat mushrooms.
Portobello. Exactly. Yeah, they're good stuff. Talk to me about the connection for you.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with it all?
For me, it just at the time it gave me like a space to like think differently. At the time when we're doing all this, it's like 2019, 2020. Like the temperature of the world was like on fire. We're all going through all these changes. You know what I mean? We seeing people getting like murdered on TV and all this stuff. People are going like the world's going nuts. And then they tell everybody stay at home. And so we're like stay at home. It was like all right, well we got to explore somehow.
Yeah.
And just like doing some research around plant medicine. I've like dealt with plant medicine like in the past before. So I was like, this is a fun journey that we can take if we can't go nowhere. And I was like, let's go out into nature. Like they saying like let's stay at home and like let's shelter in place, but like there's a lot of space in nature. There's more than 6 feet. We can stay 60 feet away from each other if we want to. So it just became that place where we can like be ourselves and integrating with nature. It's always a good thing to do. I feel like a lot of us engage in plant medicine in other ways, whether if it's tobacco or chamomile or lavender or whatever have you. Now, there's a lot of medicinal plants out there, and just like the ways that we like to use the ones that we have.
Are you considering yourself someone who's guiding people in that realm?
Everybody guiding themselves. They guide themselves. I'm not no shaman or nothing crazy like that. Yeah, time's up. Next subject.
Cool, next subject. Let's move on. Tell me about something that didn't go how you planned it.
Ooh.
Fell on its face.
Life. Let's talk about life real quick.
Let's do it.
So context, like middle school and high school, I was really big into sports.
Okay.
I thought sports was it for me. I was like, if I don't make it to the NBA.
Basketball, football?
Both. I was a 2-sport athlete, 4 years in college. I mean, 4 years of high school, played both.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, if I don't make it to the NBA, I'm definitely going to make it to the NFL. One of the two. Went to all these camps growing up. I know a lot of these guys. That's why I know like people in the league and all this stuff like that because I played sports with them growing up. And then broke my hand my junior year. Fluke accident, though.
Not a sports-related accident?
Non-sports related injury that derailed my sports career.
Mushroom-related?
No.
Okay.
This is in high school. I was so young at this point. Thanksgiving night, we're leaving. Thanksgiving night, this is a true story. I'm glad I'm getting it on wax. Thanksgiving night, my Aunt Phyllis, she always had this big Thanksgiving dinner. And we were there, and everybody's leaving. Me, my mom, my grandma, my sister were just like the last few ones there. And Aunt Phyllis was like, I got an extra frozen turkey in the deep freezer in the garage. Can you go get it, Langstyn? I was like, all right, no problem. So I go get it. I didn't realize it's a 19-pound frozen turkey. So I'm holding this big-ass frozen turkey. leaving my aunt's house, and I try to kick the light off instead of, because I didn't have my hands. Both my hands was in there. Man, I try to kick the light off. Foot slipped on the rug. Turkey goes in the air. I brace myself. Turkey comes down on my hand. Snaps my fucking finger in half, as you can see with my right hand.
Show the camera.
Bow. Scars. You know what I mean? And had to have reconstructive bone surgery on my right hand, which forced me to miss my junior year basketball season. That whole summer into my senior year. Into my junior year football season. And then getting back to sports is just so weird.
Yeah.
I tried to learn how to do everything with my left hand. It was really strange. And so I had to make a pivot. So I was like, all right, well, don't look like sports is going to be the thing. Try to figure out something different. And so I went to the restaurant industry for a while. I was literally just working in restaurants. So I was just like, all right, I can eat and make money. It works out for me.
Were you just serving? What were you doing in the restaurant?
I've done everything in the restaurant industry at this point. Anything from serving, bartending. I've managed restaurants. Anything in the culinary. Didn't just front of house. I wasn't working back of house. Be clear about that, because there's a lot of jobs in there. But from there, had a lot of opportunity. Got to meet people. I think that was the best thing about working in a restaurant. Everybody eats, and so if people, depending on if it's artists or if it's ball players or celebrities, whoever it is, they want to find a good restaurant, a good place to eat. So I was able to work that out, and that's where I met my into the art industry, I guess you can say. I was always at the time I was doing comedy shows. I started doing comedy shows. Had my first shows called Live at the Hatch with Poncho over at the Hatch right here on 15th Street. Beegis was my co-host, and we would just bring together comedians and artists, and they would do their thing together. So doing that kind of kicked off people knowing oh, Lang does comedy now. And Natty Rebel from the Bay Area Mirror Program, he was a regular who would come into Kingston 11 all the time. So much where I had memorized his order. So much where I still know his order today, and I haven't worked at Kingston 11 in 6 years. You know what I mean?
I feel like I heard you talking about this when you emceed the gala.
The gala, yeah.
That was a cool story.
Yeah, true story though. You know what I mean? He'll come in, order the plantains and the ginger beer, and then he'll get the black pepper tofu, and then he'll get the curry vegetables
every time.
Every single time. To the point where he would bring people in, and I would just be like, no. I would just start bringing food out to him. Okay. And he's like, okay, this is my guy. And invited me to come host the first, it was called the Battle of the Clashes or something but it was basically the first art clash, the first art competition. At that competition, I'm meeting, Rachel. I met Rachel there. I met Shido there. I knew Tim beforehand because I was getting tattooed by Daryl. Okay. I don't know if you know Daryl at the owner of Oakland Ink.
Okay.
He's an OG artist, airbrush, dope artist. Met him back in the day because he would do a lot of my tattoos when I first came to the Bay.
Gotcha.
But I guess my first real into the artist industry was K Bacante, from Red Bay Coffee. I worked at his first cafe in San Francisco, and he was able to introduce me to Gathinji, and he introduced me to Kai and the OGs in the art game, and I was 19 years old, so kind of making it come full back circle. It was I was all right, there's a lot of artists out here. So I was what do all these artists need? I was they need somebody with a mouthpiece that can go help them get funds or facilitate projects or things like that. And that's why I started doing that Red Bay.
It sounds like you're already transitioning into the next section. So I say just keep it rolling.
Just keep it rolling.
Tell me what you're excited about now.
What am I excited about now? This is nothing to do with what I was just talking about.
Switching it up.
Yeah, this is
next section. Moving on.
Yeah. What am I excited about now is definitely outdoor related, traveling. You know what I mean? Exploring more parts of the world, climbing for sure. I just had a call today with we're not gonna say their name, but a founder of an organization, and they were hey, we want to give you all gear, and we want to give you money to go to this ice climbing festival. And I'm hell yeah.
There's ice climbing festivals?
Yeah. You want to come? January 5th, All In Ice Festival, Ouray, Colorado.
Are we climbing there?
You should come. Everybody's climbing. I have video. I have picture of us last time we went to Ouray. It's an epic place. It looks like Switzerland. That's what people say. I've never been to Switzerland, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, absolutely epic place. And then right now, working on climbing clinics with youth right now.
Okay.
So with the Oakland Climbing Association, the name was started by Phil Lang. He goes by Phil be climbing on Instagram.
Phil be climbing.
His first Instagram was Phil these nuts, and I was like, yo, if you're gonna be working with kids,
probably
you
switch
can't.
it up
Yeah,
a
you
little
gotta
bit.
switch it up. You can't use Phil these nuts on applications, my guy. You know.
Langston's bringing value through advice.
Most
He'll help you with your brand.
Come on, just trying to get you right.
Vital information.
So yeah, he got these kids from EOYDC lined up. So he was like middle schoolers, like real impressionable, age.
Yeah.
Just like this is the point where they make the decision to like go to college or become a bipper. You feel me? So it's like, let's try to figure it out. Let's try to lead them
I think you should tell everybody about your bipping plan.
my bipping plan.
Yeah, I think you should take a pivot.
All right, here's the thing. If you come to Oakland, just leave your windows down. Take everything out of your car. If you want to, just put the keys in. You feel me? Like they're not gonna. No, don't put the keys in. Take the keys, lock it up. But yeah, leave your windows down. They won't. I've been blessed twice by the bip lords. I left my laptop in my car last night, but I think because my windows were cracked, all of my windows were cracked. They're probably like,
And that was because
he's on to
somebody laid the groundwork with some middle schooler.
Some middle schooler was
10
like,
years
yo,
prior.
take this little pin and it busts the thing. You just give what you need. But yeah, we're not going to give them too much energy because they fuck up to me in people's life, and then people are going to stop listening to your podcast because we're talking about that. So what else am I excited about? I'm excited about my daughter coming back in town. She's been out of town for like a week. My lady comes back tomorrow too, so I'm excited. They went to go see Beyonce. And so it's like, that's like the pinnacle of like performance. You feel me? Like if
My brother was just at that, like sending me.
I'm good.
sending
You feel me?
videos.
Like when you meet Beyonce once, you're good. It's like
You met her?
I ain't gonna lie. We on camera. Why not? Yeah, I've had dinner with Beyonce at one point. I ain't gonna hold you. It was like Jay-Z and Beyonce at the same time.
How did that happen?
I was doing a liaison project for my guy. He's transitioning from the league, going into the league.
Okay.
Signing with Rock Nation, and they were trying to like schmooze him. And because I was just in the right place at the right time, got to just be around this guy. So like, it became normal. Like
That's like one of the things.
he knew
that
my
people
name.
are like,
He knew my name for a second. He was
who
like,
you
"Oh,
wanna
what's
have
up,
dinner with?
LangBang?" And I was like,
That's like the top
Big
three.
homie.
People be like, you want to talk to Jay-Z?
"Yeah, that's
Obama,
everybody."
like,
That's
who you
when
wanna have dinner
that's
with?
when that debate came out. It was like Jay-Z or $10,000 or $100,000.
Exactly.
I was like $100,000. I haven't made $100,000 since that fucking dinner. You feel me? Like he didn't give me like no life changing advice. He gave me some inspiration.
Okay,
You know
what
what I
did
mean?
he tell you?
So much shit. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Got to the point where I would like see him in the office and like be like, "Oh shit, what's up? Big homie here again." I introduced my mom to Jay-Z.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this.
Now they do. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe
if they're
maybe
listening.
not. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to my boy Rub. Shout out to my man Joe Branch. Shout out to Caitlin. Shout out to OG Juan, Pekka, the whole like Rock Nation team. Like they've been dope.
How can people help you with the excursions? Like, what is the support you're looking for?
Yeah. Right now, I'm looking for sugar mamas and angel donors. Looking angel investors
Checks.
and sugar mamas. Yeah, just
Write me
real
checks.
quick. Just write me a check. Just tell me like what place of the world you want us to explore, and like we'll get a media team together. We'll like shout you out. We'll wear your stuff. We'll like do all the cool things. We make you guys look good. Trust me. Like we've been shooting recently, and all the stuff looks really good. But yeah, help us out. Send your black friends our way if we're ever in your city. You know what I mean? Like, and if you want to come, like, pull up to us too. Like, we hang out with white people too. It's just focused on, black and brown folks. You feel me? But I feel like more than anything, like, yeah, we need like long-term donors. Like, send us a grant writer who knows how to just write hella grants for marginalized climbing communities. Okay.
Is that you?
Is that you? Is that you or is that you? You know what? Somebody. It's gonna be somebody here. So.
What's the bucket list for where do you want to go? Where does
right now I have a personal bucket list to do 7 continents under 40.
You already got 5.
5 deep. I gotta get to Australia and Antarctica.
Cool.
Okay,
Feels
both
doable.
very doable.
Yeah.
I gotta connect to Antarctica and I gotta connect to Australia. It's more so just getting somebody to fund it. Maybe. So I'm looking forward to that. Right now, that's it. 5 minutes.
That's it. 5 minutes. All right. Before I let you tell the world where they can find you and all of that, I'm gonna make up a surprise segment.
Go for it. Let's do it.
And I'm full improvising right here, and I did not premeditate this at all. So I'm gonna try and think of something. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you
Make it juicy.
a business plan. I'm gonna give you a business or an idea, and you're gonna tell me how I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
All right. I am gonna start a business around. I would like to have a razor that has. I'm gonna say I already have a razor.
Okay.
You can put shaving cream in the handle, self-fillable, whatever shaving cream you want. Tell me how I can take over the world with the razor. What's my market plan? What's my marketing strategy?
Yeah.
Lay it out for me.
First thing I would do is throw the idea away
Oh, you hate it?
Yeah, it's terrible. That's absolutely trash.
That's fair. Give me a better one, I guess.
I think better than that, like I think you should go into like the like plastic industry and buy like a scrap metal field or something, and you just get like a big thing in like an industrial area, and you take a bunch of scrap metal and you make razors and you sell the razors versus trying to have this like refillable razor.
So we're just making cheaper razors.
Just make cheaper razors, but you're controlling the bigger part of the mass, which is making the actual shape of the razor versus trying to Twinkie fill these fucking razors, and you know what I mean.
I thought it was a good idea.
I mean, I didn't.
It's not mine. But anyway, we know people who have this product.
Oh, they
we'll
do?
Show them this video.
Oh, please show them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, take my advice or leave it. If you make it, send me this video and be like, this guy said it was a shitty idea and now he uses it.
I think what would be really impactful is they send you the razor and you change your mind.
I don't use razor, so I wouldn't use it.
So that won't happen.
It wouldn't happen. I like shave my ass with it or something. Like it wouldn't go on my face. I would get bumps.
That might help them. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to end it really right there. Langstyn, tell the world where they can find you, what they can do to help, all that.
No, you found me.
You
I found us here. Podcast. Yeah. Don't follow me on Instagram. I'm not going to follow you back. Go to our website, negusinnature.com. Follow Negus in Nature. That's where you can really support. I'm tired of trying to get random people just to follow me when they don't support. Send me an email if you want to be an angel investor, kinglangBang@gmail.com or info@negusinnature.com. That's only if you want to like donate or if you want to collaborate and make a better world. Don't just hit me up to vent about something you heard, or if you don't like me, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
I got one more.
Go for it.
If I want to come see you do comedy.
There we go.
How do we do this?
Yeah, Holy Ground
Where does
Comedy.
it happen?
Holy Ground Comedy, 306 13th Street, Wolfpack Studios, downtown Oakland. The next one will be on October 21st. I don't know when this is going to drop, but it'll be every month until I move out of Oakland because it's getting too expensive and the mayor is terrible.
Oof. All right. Anyway, Langstyn, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate
It's been a pleasure.
you.
Thank you for coming on, man.
I hope this episode airs and it's not like, we can't.
Oh, it's airing.
We can't put that one out.
There was nothing wrong in here.
Okay, good. Appreciate you.
Thanks for coming, dude.
Take care of yourself.
Now that's what I call it.
An idea.
Idea.